best that you can, and don't train them into compensations. Because if you force them too hard while they're developmentally maturing, you're going to get a compensation cut. They can only do what they can do. It's like a governor on their gas pedal.
You guys, from a coaching perspective, I know it's hard to pick kids out and say, how do you feel? This is what I do. Is I ask kids how they feel. And my philosophy is kids aren't trying to get out of workouts. They want to work out more. And I know some people have a really hard time with it because you set out your mesocycles and your microcycles and you've got the whole year planned out and you're building mileage and all this stuff. If you miss this day, it's going to throw off my mileage totals and then my whole math gets screwed up for the entire year. And what am I going to do? But if I see a kid that doesn't look good that day, I'll ask him how he feels. He says, I just feel okay. Well, you're done. Go home. I know they want to run. It's trash. They're there to run. They really want to train. They really want to do well. But if you're not helping them and you're just trying to accomplish what you have down on paper for the whole team, I think you're really doing a disservice to your athletes. You're not giving them their best potential to succeed. I mean, I got away one year with a kid who placed and came home with 4 medals at the state meet, 100, 200, 4x1, 4x2. He trained 1 day a week. That was it. And he ran 3 fly 30s. That was his workout. That's all I did with him. And the reason why I knew that worked for him, because every week when we time, because I have electronic time, everyone can't do that. I'm bad about money and OCD and track stuff, so I buy whatever I see. My wife hates me for it. But I have an electronic timer, and that's my monitor to see when I should stop people from running and if they're getting better. Is my workout working? Did last week work? Did last workout work? Because ideally we want to get better every workout. And why push him anymore if he was making huge time drops every single week? And it took me a couple weeks to figure this out. He had a small injury along the way where we found out, well, this one rib was off. If we can just get him to hold his rib cage down a tiny bit more, he'll fly, and he did. And I thought, why push him? He really wants to run. He competes hard, but you've got to hold him back a little bit because you were getting results. So really, another way of looking at the training scenario is the least amount required to improve or to create change, improvement and change. And I know that's hard to fathom, and it's hard to do because we love our numbers, we love our micro and mesocycles. Thank God for Tudor Bampa and all of his stuff and all the Russians, but really we just want to make a change. We don't have these kids year round. We can't even control them. We get them for about an hour a day. I get them for 4 hours a week. So you really want to make the most out of the time that you have. If you're making that change, then that's all it takes. If you're making time drops every week, that's what you want. Don't push them so hard till they break. Because I've had guys break too. We don't want to get the phone call. Yeah, the emergency phone call. Now. You will see him now. I'm bringing him now.
It's been a pleasure working with Chris over the last, 6 years or so. And it's been nice to work in his basement and make all these changes to both of our theories and principles of how we train. And it's really been a pleasure to see him change and really embrace a lot of the newest stuff that's out there. And it asks a lot of a coach to do that. But he doesn't have to call me as much anymore because he knows what to do with these things. And he only calls me when he can't fix it or it's one of these things that's just really, it's got too many factors and too many layers, too many holes in the bucket. And we clean it up pretty quickly, and then he goes back to doing what we've planned over the years, and it works great. And just keeping the injuries low has him, all the athletes are available to him all the time. So we talk about run slow, be precise, okay, and don't skip steps. It's very easy to skip steps. Do one more set. Where as Chris said, do one less if when there. So if you want to bring out some honest faulty motor patterns, slow things down, and see where the deficits lie. We've got something called the 3-second test, and this is a perfect example of slowing something down. You slow them down enough, you will bring out the faulty movement pattern. Speed tends to blur problems. And I know as a man, when I see a pothole and I can't seem to get around it on the road, I tend to speed up because I want to just vault over the pothole. The pothole represents weakness or a physical deficit. But if I ask you to slow down, you get to experience the whole pothole, okay? And then you get to understand a little bit differently how to negotiate that path. And so when you take someone and you put it through slowly, you'll see that this gentleman, when he walks normally, you do not see this. But when you ask him to walk 3 seconds on each leg, you can see that one leg is definitely more unstable. nice way to take your athletes to say, you know what, there's something wrong with you, Joe. Let's take you and let's just have you do a 3-second walk and see which limb is unstable. Then the nice part is you'll be able to implement some of the things we're going to show you here later on in the lecture to build up some of that lateral stability. Because today, we're taking away the sagittal progression and saying, okay, we all know that you guys can move fast, we all know how to train people fast, but let's slow them down and build lateral stability so you're not wasting time on that.
Hey, can I stop for a second, John? When we talk about lateral stability, does everyone know what we're talking about, or do you guys want to see what it looks like? Does anyone want to see what it looks like?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. What are you talking about? Yeah. Or you're going to show
I'm just showing the video so they can see what someone.
Go ahead.
Quicker?
You want the voice?
Yeah. Yeah, really nice. Everyone close their eyes so you don't wreck what's coming in ahead.
This is here.
Just hit one. Hang on, let me slow it down. All right, so when we're talking about lateral stability, our markers are this. And a lot of people like to watch people run from the side. That really didn't help Sean and I a lot with what we were doing, so we filmed from the front. And you won't see very many people do that because most people don't know what's going on when you shoot from the front. But to us, that's where everything lays. Because if you straighten out the problems in the front from the side, all of a sudden it gets better.
Well, and if you're trying to see frontal problems side to side, you're going to look at the front. If you're trying to see how they're sagittally positioned moving forward, you're going to shoot it from the side. So, kind of go back.
Okay, go back.
Okay.
There.
So one of the things he's going to talk about was doing that. You're going to see a terrible crossover game. That was last year's topic. You see the feet is Willie running on the line. In this case, Willie almost crossing.
So you can see where his right foot is stepping where his left foot should go. If I drew a line straight up from the outside of his heel up along his body, you should be right along that line. It should be pretty straight. And we'll show you lots of films where you see really fast people doing this. But with Willie here, you can see that that foot is crossing over, and you can even see that his left knee is lower than his right knee. Now, in order to do that, some things have to happen. For example, you have to drop his shoulder down, you have to pop the hip out, because he has no lateral stability, meaning the side of his body has no strength to hold everything in place, which would be his glute medius, maybe some lat. There's a whole bunch of things that could possibly time him to give him that lateral stability. So what we're saying is, if we took a car, if Willie was a car, and we bent the axle a little bit, the car is going to wobble all over the place. And the car's going to break down, it's going to cost a lot of gas, you can't even go fast. We've got to make that axle straight. And that's what we're talking about when we talk about that.
Keep in mind, when this foot comes through, it's going to kick that leg. So if you've got runners who are kicking the inside leg, that have scuff marks on the inside of the shoe, it's because as this leg comes through, this leg's in the way. Hit them to here so they can move the leg straight through.
And you can see neurologically how he has to bend that right lower leg out to let the left leg pass through so he doesn't fall in space. Because running is just a controlled stumble or a controlled fall. You've got to stop yourself. And then his other leg is worse. Look at that.
So the one thing that you're seeing here is you're seeing a drop of the pelvis on the opposite side, which is absolutely no-no. It's a huge cowardly because this hip is outside that foot.
So with girl runners, and girls normally have wider hips than guys, it creates an even bigger problem because they're predisposed to run like that. Because it's a wider area that they have to strengthen through. So it's even more important for girls to have that lateral strength.
One of the simple drills is just to have them walk around school, find the line on the tile, and walk on either side of the line. Start to train in a very slow, simple, skilled pattern to get them out of the line walking. Okay, and then you go have them go to the track and don't run in the lane, run on the line, but on either side of the line. Okay, slowly, 30 seconds, take a break, 30 seconds, take a break. You haven't developed any strength in that lateral plane as well. And this is stuff we talked about last year. So go ahead and show him, we're going to show him after. Right there.
We'll come back to after later after we go over here.
Oh, you want to hold it? Awesome.
Yes. I hear this turning on the foot.
going to take a second, because every year I come here, I talk about shoes, but everybody's always emailing me about shoes before this event. Can you talk a little bit about shoes again? So I'll talk about shoes for about 60 seconds. Okay? Whoop. That was fast enough. Shoes can be a solution or a problem. You've got to know the foot types. There's a 4-foot variance, that's a 4-foot varus or a 4-foot valgus. Some people are just developed with their foot like this, it's a 4-foot varus, and some of them are developed like this. If you've got a crossover runner and they're crossing on the line, it's going to look like that foot type, but if you bring that foot underneath them and it hits square, and the 4-foot bipod being the 2 points of the metatarsal heads, then it's not a bipod issue. Okay, so there's different types of feet. You can match your feet with the shoes that are out there. It's going to ask you to know shoes a little bit more. Last year I talked about ramp angle and the fact that we're all moving into minimalist shoes. We're talking about 4-foot running. And in fact, on our blog on Thursday, Friday, yesterday, we introduced a new article out of George Washington University that they went back to Kenya. Some of you may be familiar with the Lieberman study out of Harvard that pushed everybody into the 4-foot thing, saying that all these Kenyans, when they're barefoot, are running 4-foot landing. Well, what the study told you, if you look further, is that the pace that these people were running were sub 5-minute mile pace. Well, the new study that just looked at a different group, a different tribe of Kenyans that were more distance-based, found that these people, 72% of them were heel striking barefoot. So, if you think that the 4-foot craze is the be-all, end-all, someone just shot you in the foot, no pun intended. So, 72%, 3 out of every 4, 75% of these people were heel striking in barefoot. So, you need to rethink this a little bit. The most important thing that we'll talk about with this in just a moment is that you just have to get your foot underneath your body. If you're leading the foot out in front, you're going to heel strike every time. You want the body and the foot to go together. Right? And that's important, not only walking and running. Remember, walking, heel strike is normal. In running, I can now say it may not be normal, but it may be normal. You're going to have to take into all the factors of your athlete in order to determine, can they actually midfoot strike, which is getting the rear foot and the forefoot hitting at the same time. Because that's a tripod. We know a tripod, you see the cameras around here, a tripod is inherently stable on 3 parts. You've got a unipod, you've got a bipod on the front. It's the outer, inner, outer metatarsal head. That is a stable mechanism. We'll show you some video in just a moment of that. And so, you've got to know your shoes, you've got to know what foot to put in your shoes. Okay. That's when we talk a little bit about ramp angle. This is a 93, and this is a Brooks Grit, pure Grit, and this is a 4mm shoe. This one has 24mm minus, what is that, 10? 12? It's got a 12mm rear foot ramp. So the rear foot is lifted 12mm. So even if you hit midfoot striking, you're still actually hitting in a plantar flex, which is pointed 4-foot position foot. So this type of a shoe is going to screw up your foot tripod, but also you've got to remember that what your athlete is doing on the ground, they're actually always in a high heel shoe, which is going to change the mechanics. Let's just call it what it is. We were born with our rear foot and our forefoot on the same plane. We didn't come out with movable shoes on. Okay? So wouldn't you think that the anatomy, the ligaments, the nervous system, all of the muscles, everything is designed to have the rear foot and the forefoot on the same plane? Wouldn't you think if that's the way it was designed, maybe that's the way it's going to be the most efficient and the least injured? As soon as you start raising the heel, packing foam underneath there, it starts to change the way you walk. And inherently, if you look at all the shoe studies, adding foam makes the brain say, I like cushion, you know? Walk by a Tempur-Pedic mattress and try not to push into it, okay? Just cushion. If you put it underneath your heel, you're going to start to use it, which is going to start to adopt a neural anatomic pattern of heel strike. And that's what they did with that first Kenyan group with Lieberman study in Harvard. They put these guys in shoes and immediately they all started heel striking. And yet they were 4-foot strikers before. You put cushion underneath them and they're going to use it. And the studies now show that more cushion doesn't necessarily mean less injury. Okay? I would use the example. If I was standing on my dresser and I jumped onto a Tempur-Pedic mattress, nice foam, tons of foam, okay, lots of cushion. I can't push off of that bed until the foam completely deforms and I can hit a rigid bottoming out of the foam before I can push off. If you have to jump off of the dresser onto a desk, you can immediately take off. So there's a change in the biomechanics. More foam doesn't necessarily mean better mechanics. It doesn't mean less injury. And when you raise the heel,